while you're unconscious for 8 hours every night. There was a monk in Tibet who never stopped training, not because he didn't sleep, but because he learned something most people will never understand. Consciousness doesn't have to end when your eyes close. In a monastery hidden in the Himalayas, monks discovered a technique so powerful that it transformed sleep from dead time into the most productive hours of their lives. They called it dream yoga, and it changed everything. This isn't about sleeping less, it's about being awake more, even when you're asleep. By the end of this video, you'll understand why your 8 hours of unconsciousness might be the biggest waste of your potential, and what you can do about it. But I'm warning you now, once you experience conscious sleep, even once, you can never go back to the old way. You'll see your old sleep pattern for what it really was: voluntary unconsciousness, self-imposed death for a third of your life, and you'll never accept that again. Let me tell you about Tenzin. In 1987, a Western researcher traveled to a remote Tibetan monastery. He was studying sleep patterns. What he discovered there challenged everything science thought it knew about consciousness. There was a monk, Tenzin, 62 years old. He slept 4 hours per night. But he wasn't tired. He wasn't burning out. He was sharper, calmer, and more focused than men half his age. The researcher was confused. "How do you function on so little sleep?" Tenzin smiled. "Who said I sleep little? I sleep 4 hours with my body, but I train 24 hours with my mind." The researcher didn't understand, so Tenzin explained. "Most people think sleep is unconsciousness, a break from awareness, but that's the amateur's approach. For 30 years I've practiced something different. I practice conscious sleep. My body rests, but my mind never stops training." The researcher thought it was mystical nonsense, until he measured Tenzin's brain activity during sleep. What he found shocked him. During deep sleep, when most people's brains shut down into delta waves, Tenzin's brain showed gamma waves. The same waves present during intense meditation and learning. Tenzin wasn't just sleeping. He was conscious, training, growing, even in his dreams. But here's what the researcher didn't know at first. Tenzin wasn't born with this ability. 30 years earlier, Tenzin had been like everyone else, sleeping unconsciously, wasting a third of his life. He was a businessman in Lhasa, stressed, exhausted, sleeping 9 hours per night and still waking up tired. Then he lost everything. His business collapsed. His wife left him. At 32 years old, he had nothing. That's when he went to the monastery, not for enlightenment, for escape. But the head monk saw something in him, a desperation that could be transformed into dedication. The monk taught him the ancient practice: dream yoga, sleep yoga, conscious rest. For the first 3 years, Tenzin made no progress. He would try to stay aware as he fell asleep, but he'd just lie awake for hours, or he'd fall asleep immediately and wake up having failed again. He wanted to quit 1,000 times, but he had nowhere else to go. So he continued. And then, in year 4, something clicked, just once, for maybe 3 seconds. He was dreaming, and he suddenly knew he was dreaming. That moment changed everything, because he'd proven it was possible. And once you know something is possible, everything changes. Think about this. The average person sleeps 8 hours per night. That's 2,120 hours per year, 233,600 hours in an 80-year lifetime. 1/3 of your entire existence gone. Unconscious, unaware, unproductive. But here's what's worse. You don't even rest well. You wake up tired, groggy, needing coffee just to function. Your sleep is poor quality. Your mind is cluttered with random dreams you can't control or remember. And during your waking hours, you're not much better. You procrastinate, you lack focus, you waste time on things that don't matter. Why? Because you never learned to master your mind. Sleep is just the most obvious symptom of a deeper problem. You don't control your consciousness. It controls you. But let me be more specific about what this costs you. When you sleep unconsciously, your brain processes memories randomly, consolidates whatever happened that day, good or bad, useful or useless, traumatic or peaceful, all mixed together. No control, no curation, no optimization. This is why you wake up anxious, why you have repetitive nightmares, why stress from yesterday bleeds into today, because your unconscious sleep is reinforcing negative patterns, strengthening neural pathways you don't want, building habits you're trying to break. Every night, 8 hours of uncontrolled mental programming, and you wonder why change is so hard. But conscious sleep changes this completely. When you're aware during sleep, you can guide the process. You can choose what memories to strengthen, what patterns to release, what skills to integrate. Your sleep becomes intentional, directed, optimized. This is what Tenzin discovered, and this is available to you. The Tibetan monks understood something profound. If you can't stay aware during sleep, how can you expect to stay focused during the day? The two are connected. Mastering sleep doesn't just give you more time. It gives you a stronger mind, better focus, deeper awareness, and complete control over your mental state. This is why Tenzin could function on 4 hours, not because his body needed less rest, but because his rest was so efficient, so deep, so conscious, that 4 hours did what 8 hours of unconscious sleep could never do. His sleep was compressed, purified. Every minute was deep restoration, no time wasted in light sleep. No time lost to mental noise, just pure conscious restorative rest. And the best part? This isn't mystical, it's trainable. Not easy, not quick, but trainable. If you're willing to practice, if you're willing to fail repeatedly, if you're willing to spend months seeing no progress and continuing anyway, then this is possible for you. But you must want it, really want it, because most people quit after the first week when nothing happens. The monks developed a system, a progression, 4 phases that transform unconscious sleep into conscious rest. Most people never get past phase 1. Some reach phase 2. Very few master 3 and 4. But those who do, they become unstoppable. Before I explain the phases, you need to understand something. This training will reveal your addictions, your dependencies, your weaknesses, because as you start to maintain awareness longer, you'll notice how much you use unconsciousness as escape, how much you use sleep to avoid, how much you use dreams to process emotions you won't face when awake. This is uncomfortable, very uncomfortable. Many people quit here, not because the technique doesn't work, but because they don't want to see what it reveals about them. But if you continue, if you face what it shows you, then you'll transform not just your sleep, but your entire relationship with consciousness. Phase 1. Dream recognition. This is where everyone must start. You can't control what you don't recognize. The goal of phase 1 is simple. Become aware that you're dreaming while you're still in the dream. Here's how the monks train this. Every day, multiple times per day, you ask yourself one question. Am I dreaming right now? Sounds stupid, I know, but here's why it works. Your brain creates habits. If you ask this question 20 times during the day, eventually you'll ask it in your sleep. And when you do, something extraordinary happens. You realize, wait, I am dreaming. And the moment you recognize the dream, you gain control. The monks call these reality checks. Throughout the day, they pause and examine their reality. They look at their hands. They check if they can read text twice. They question whether what they're experiencing is real. This habit bleeds into sleep, and when it does, consciousness awakens inside the dream. But here's what most people don't do. They don't take the reality checks seriously. They do them mechanically, asking, am I dreaming, while already knowing they're awake. This doesn't work. You must genuinely question every single time. Look at your hands and really examine them. Are they the right size? The right shape? Count your fingers. In dreams, you often have extra fingers or they look distorted. Read text, look away, read it again. Does it change? In dreams, text is unstable, changes every time you look. These aren't just exercises. They're training your brain to notice the difference between waking and dreaming. And that noticing muscle, once developed, never turns off. Start with this. Set 10 alarms throughout your day. Every time one goes off, stop everything. Ask yourself, am I dreaming? Look at your hands. Notice your surroundings. Check for dream signs. Then continue. Within 2 or 3 weeks, you'll have your first lucid dream. Guaranteed. But here's what will probably happen first. You'll have false awakenings. You'll dream that you wake up, get out of bed, start your day, and everything seems normal. Then suddenly something weird happens, and you realize you're still dreaming. This is progress. This is your brain starting to recognize dream states. Don't get frustrated. False awakenings mean you're close, very close. Keep doing the reality checks, every single day. No exceptions, because the moment you stop, your brain stops learning. And here's a secret the monks know. The first lucid dream usually happens when you stop trying so hard. When you've been doing reality checks for weeks with no results. When you're starting to think it's pointless. That's when it happens. Because your brain needed that time to build new neural pathways. To learn a completely new skill, conscious dreaming isn't natural, it's trained, and training takes time. Phase 2. Dream control. Recognition is just the beginning. Now you must learn control. Once you're aware you're dreaming, most people panic. They get excited, they wake up. This is normal. This happened to tens and dozens of times in his first year. He'd recognize the dream, feel a rush of excitement, and boom, awake, frustrated, starting over. But with practice, you learn to stabilize, to stay calm, to remain in the dream while maintaining awareness. The monks train this through meditation, not just sitting meditation, sleep meditation. Before bed, they practice a technique. They visualize themselves becoming aware in a dream. They rehearse staying calm. They imagine controlling the dream environment. This mental rehearsal works because your brain doesn't distinguish between vivid imagination and real experience. Here's the technique in detail. Lie down before sleep. Close your eyes. Take 10 deep breaths, relaxing completely. Then begin the visualization. See yourself in a dream, any dream. Maybe you're in your childhood home. Maybe you're at work. Doesn't matter. Now in the visualization, see yourself suddenly realize, I'm dreaming. See yourself look at your hands, count your fingers, recognize dream signs, feel yourself become aware. Now, this is the critical part. See yourself staying calm, not getting excited, not immediately trying to change things, just breathing, accepting, present. Then slowly, see yourself experiment. Change something small. Make a door appear. Change the color of the sky. Fly a little. Feel the sensation of control. Calm control. Not frantic, not desperate, just gentle exploration. Do this visualization for 10 minutes, every night, for 30 days. Your brain will learn. And when you actually become lucid in a dream, you'll know exactly what to do. You won't panic. You won't wake up. You'll stay calm, stay present, stay in control. But here's what Tenzin learned that most lucid dreamers never figure out. Control isn't the goal. Presence is. Most people get lucid and immediately start doing crazy things, flying, creating fantasy scenarios, living out wishes, and that's fine for entertainment, but it's not training. Real training is maintaining awareness without needing to do anything. Just being. Lucid, present, aware, doing nothing, just observing the dream, witnessing it. This is harder than it sounds. Your mind wants stimulation, wants to use the lucidity for something. Resist that. Just be lucid, calm, aware for as long as you can. This trains something profound, the ability to maintain consciousness without external input, without action, without purpose. Just pure awareness. And once you develop that, everything changes. Because now you're not dependent on dreams for awareness. You're aware regardless of content. That's the foundation for Phase 3. Phase 3. Conscious sleep without dreams. This is where most people get confused. They think lucid dreaming is the peak. It's not. The monks discovered something more profound. You can remain conscious even in dreamless sleep. Deep sleep. The stage where your brain produces delta waves and your body repairs itself. Most people are completely unconscious during this stage, but the monks learn to maintain a thread of awareness, not full consciousness, not dreaming, something else, a witnessing presence. They describe it as awareness without object. You're not aware of anything specific, but you're still aware that you exist. This sounds impossible, but it's trainable. Tenzin said that reaching this stage was the hardest thing he'd ever done. Harder than anything in his business career. Harder than lucid dreaming. Harder than staying awake for days during meditation retreats. Why? Because there's nothing to hold on to. In lucid dreams, you have dream content, images, sensations, things to anchor awareness to. In deep sleep, there's nothing. Just void. Just emptiness. And maintaining awareness in emptiness requires a level of mental stability most people never develop. He spent 12 years attempting this. 12 years of falling asleep and waking up having failed again. But he kept trying, because he understood something. This wasn't about success. It was about practice. Every attempt, even failed attempts, was training. Building capacity, strengthening the awareness muscle, and eventually, it happened. Just for a few seconds at first, he fell asleep. And there was awareness. No thoughts, no dreams, no images, just awareness, existing, witnessing nothing, and that moment proved it was possible. The method is called sleep yoga. Here's the simplified version. As you fall asleep, you focus on a specific point. The monks use the center of their chest or the space between their eyebrows. You don't try to stay awake. You let yourself fall asleep naturally. But you keep returning your attention to that point. Gently, patiently, without force. You'll drift. That's normal. When you notice you've drifted, return to the point. Drift again. Return again. Eventually something strange happens. Your body falls asleep, but a part of your mind stays awake, watching, witnessing. You experience sleep directly, consciously, without dreams getting in the way. But here's what the instructions don't tell you. You'll fail at this hundreds of times before it works. You'll fall asleep with the intention, and wake up 8 hours later having been unconscious the whole time. This is normal. Don't get discouraged. Every attempt is training. Your brain is learning something it's never done before, building neural pathways that don't exist yet. This takes time. Months, maybe years. But here's what keeps you going. Even failed attempts improve your sleep quality, because you're falling asleep with conscious intention. With directed attention, this alone makes your sleep deeper, more restorative, more efficient. So you're benefiting even before you succeed, and one day, without warning, it'll happen. You'll wake up and remember being aware, in deep sleep, no dreams, just awareness. And that moment, that first success, changes everything. Because now you know, consciousness isn't dependent on waking state. Consciousness isn't dependent on dreams. Consciousness just is. And that realization transforms how you live. Phase 4. 24-hour continuous awareness. This is what Tenzin mastered. Continuous awareness across all states. Waking, dreaming, deep sleep. At this level, sleep is no longer unconsciousness. It's just another state of consciousness. You go to sleep consciously. You dream consciously. You experience deep sleep consciously. You wake up consciously. There's no gap, no lost time, no confusion about where you were or what you experienced. This is the monks' secret. This is why Tenzin could sleep 4 hours and trained 24 because he never stopped being present. He never stopped training awareness, and here's what's extraordinary. This doesn't just affect your sleep, it transforms your entire life. When you maintain continuous awareness during sleep, something happens to your waking life. Procrastination disappears. Why? Because procrastination is unconsciousness. It's acting on autopilot, and you no longer have autopilot. Every action is conscious, deliberate, chosen. Addictions lose power because addiction requires unconsciousness, automatic behavior, lack of awareness, and you've eliminated that. You see the craving arise, you watch it, you witness it, but you don't act on it automatically. There's space between impulse and action, and in that space, you're free. Focus becomes effortless because you've trained your mind to remain present through the most difficult state, sleep. Staying present during your waking hours? Easy. Trivial compared to maintaining awareness in deep sleep. But here's what Tenzin warns about. This level of awareness is uncomfortable for people around you. They'll sense something different, something unnatural. You're too present, too aware, too stable, and it makes them uncomfortable. Because most people are half asleep even when awake, running on autopilot, living unconsciously. And when they encounter someone who isn't, it highlights their own unconsciousness. So they'll try to pull you back down. Consciously or unconsciously, they'll mock you, distract you, tempt you, test you. This is normal. This is the price of consciousness. Don't fight them. Don't try to wake them up. Just maintain your practice, your awareness, your presence, and let them be. Some will eventually ask, how are you so calm? How are you so focused? How do you have so much time? That's when you can teach, not before. Only when they're ready. Only when they ask. Most of you won't master all 4 phases, that's fine. Even phase 1 will change your life. So here's what I want you to do. A 7-day challenge. But not a soft challenge. A real one. One that will show you immediately if you're serious or just entertaining ideas. Day 1-2, reality checks. Set 10 alarms throughout your day. When each alarm goes off, stop everything. I mean everything. Mid-sentence, mid-bite, mid-thought. Stop. Ask yourself, am I dreaming? Look at your hands, count your fingers, notice details. Count 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear. This grounds you, makes you present. Check if text changes when you read it twice. Do this religiously, every single alarm. If you miss even one, you restart at day 1. Because this challenge isn't about completion, it's about commitment, about proving to yourself that you can follow through, that you can maintain awareness, that you can show up every time, no exceptions. Day 3-4, Dream Journal. Keep a notebook by your bed, pen ready. The moment you wake up, before you move, before you open your eyes fully, before you check your phone, grab the notebook. Write down everything you remember from your dreams, even fragments, even emotions, even weird sensations. Write it all. Don't edit. Don't judge. Just capture. This trains your brain to value dreams, to remember them, to pay attention. Most people's dreams disappear within 30 seconds of waking because their brain isn't trained to remember. This training changes that. After 2 days, you'll notice your dream recall improving. You'll remember more, in more detail. This is progress. This is your brain learning that dreams matter. And what your brain thinks matters, it remembers. Day 5-6, pre-sleep visualization. Before you fall asleep, lie still. Close your eyes. No phone, no TV, no distractions. Just darkness and silence. Take 10 deep breaths. Feel your body relax. Then begin. Visualize yourself in a dream. See yourself recognize you're dreaming. See yourself look at your hands. Feel yourself stay calm. Watch yourself remain lucid. Do this for 10 minutes minimum. Set a timer. Don't cheat. This isn't meditation, this is programming. You're installing new software into your subconscious, and that installation takes time. takes repetition, takes focus. Do this for 10 minutes every night, no exceptions. Even if you're exhausted, even if you just want to sleep, do the practice first, then sleep. Because you're training something more important than rest. You're training consciousness itself. Day 7. Integration. Combine all 3 practices. Reality checks during the day. Dream journal in the morning. Visualization before sleep. Full protocol. This is the test. Can you maintain all 3? Can you stay committed when it gets hard, when you're tired, when you forget? That's what day 7 reveals. And here's what I'm telling you. By day 7, if you've done this consistently, truly consistently, not just going through motions, but really practicing with full attention, you will have your first moment of lucidity in a dream. Maybe just a flash, maybe just 1 second where you realize this is a dream. But that 1 second will change everything, because now you know it's possible. And once you know it's possible, you can't unknow it. The door has opened, and you can never fully close it again. That moment of recognition, that first awakening inside the dream, is just the beginning. But it's the beginning of something profound, the beginning of 24-hour awareness, the beginning of conscious living, the beginning of true mastery over your mind. But let me tell you what really happens during this week. You'll discover something about yourself, something uncomfortable. You'll discover how undisciplined you really are, how scattered your attention is, how often you act on autopilot, how rare it is for you to be truly present. The reality checks will expose this. You'll miss alarms, forget to do checks, do them mechanically without real attention, and you'll make excuses. I was busy. I forgot. It didn't seem important. These excuses are your unconsciousness defending itself, because unconsciousness is comfortable, familiar, easy, and consciousness requires effort, constant effort, relentless effort. This week will show you whether you're willing to make that effort. Most people aren't. They want results without work, transformation without discipline, mastery without practice. If you're one of those people, stop watching now. This isn't for you. But if you're willing, if you're ready to face your own unconsciousness and fight it, then this week will change your life. Not because of some magical technique, but because you'll prove to yourself that you can show up every day with full commitment. And that proof is the foundation of everything else. But let me tell you the real secret. The thing the monks understand that most people miss. This isn't about sleeping less. It's about being awake more. Most people aren't even awake during their waking hours. They're on autopilot, scrolling, reacting, living unconsciously. They think they're awake, but they're sleepwalking through life, going through motions, following scripts, never truly present, never truly aware, never truly alive. The monks train conscious sleep not to reduce rest. They do it to increase awareness. Because if you can remain conscious during the deepest, most unconscious state, sleep, then remaining conscious during normal life becomes automatic. This is why Tenzin had such clarity, such focus, such unshakable presence. Not because he slept less, but because he never stopped being aware. And that's what this practice gives you. Not more hours, but more presence in every hour you have. Think about it. What's more valuable, living 80 years half asleep or living 60 years fully awake? Most people choose the first because they don't know there's a choice. They think consciousness is binary, awake or asleep, on or off. But it's not. Consciousness is a spectrum, and most people live in the middle, half awake, half asleep, partially present, partially checked out. The monks chose differently. They chose full consciousness, full presence, full aliveness, even if it meant less total time, because they understood. 1 moment of true consciousness is worth 1,000 moments of half sleep. 1 day lived fully aware is worth a year lived on autopilot. This is the trade, and it's always worth it. Let me tell you about someone who applied this. His name was Marcus, 34 years old, software engineer, addicted to his phone, addicted to video games, addicted to escape. He found one of my videos about conscious sleep. He was skeptical, but desperate. So he tried the 7-day challenge. Day 1, he missed half his reality checks, forgot, got distracted, felt like a failure. But he kept going. Day 2, better. Only missed 2 checks. Day 3, he started the dream journal. Remembered almost nothing, just fragments. Frustrating. Day 4, remembered a little more. Day 5, started visualization. Fell asleep during it every time. Day 6, stayed awake for the full 10 minutes. Day 7, something happened. He was dreaming. In the dream, he looked at his hands. Something was off. 6 fingers on his left hand. And suddenly, he knew. I'm dreaming. He'd done it. For about 5 seconds before waking up from excitement. But those 5 seconds changed him. He now knew. Consciousness wasn't limited to waking hours. That week turned into a month. That month turned into a year. Today, 2 years later, he regularly has lucid dreams. He's working on phase 3, and his life, completely different. The addictions, gone. Not because he fought them, but because he became aware, and awareness dissolved them. The procrastination, gone. The anxiety, reduced by 80%. The focus, better than it's ever been. All from one decision. To take the practice seriously, to commit fully, to stop making excuses. And that's available to you, right now, today. So the question is, are you ready to wake up? Not just from sleep, but from the unconscious patterns that run your life, from the autopilot mode that's stealing your potential, from the half-sleep that passes for living. Because once you master this, once you maintain awareness through sleep, everything else becomes easy. Discipline? Automatic. You can't be undisciplined when you're fully aware. You see the choice. You make it consciously, every time. Focus? Natural. You can't lose focus when you've trained your mind to stay present through sleep. Staying present during work, during conversation, during life? Trivial? Strength? Inevitable. You've developed mental strength in the hardest arena possible, the unconscious mind, fighting your own tendency to drift, to escape, to sleep. That's the ultimate training. And once you've mastered that, what can stop you? What can shake you? What can make you quit? Nothing. Because you've proven to yourself that you can maintain awareness through anything, even through sleep, even through darkness, even through void. Start tonight. Pick one practice, just one. Reality checks, dream journal, pre-sleep visualization. Do it for 7 days. That's all I ask. 7 days of full commitment, full attention, full effort. And tell me in the comments, what was your first moment of lucidity? What did you feel when you realized you were dreaming? What changed in that moment? Because that moment, that first awakening inside the dream, is just the beginning. It's the first crack in the prison of unconsciousness. And through that crack, light enters. More light than you've ever known, because you've tasted something most people never experience. Consciousness without limits, awareness without boundaries, presence without end. And once you've tasted that, you'll never be satisfied with unconsciousness again. You'll never accept half sleep as living. You'll never settle for autopilot as existence. You'll want more. You'll need more. And that hunger, that unquenchable drive for full consciousness, that's what transforms you. Not into something new, into what you always were. Beneath the sleep, beneath the unconsciousness, beneath the fog. You were always aware, always conscious, always awake. You just forgot. And this practice is remembering. If this video changed how you think about sleep and consciousness, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and watch the next video. Because everything I teach builds on this foundation. Awareness is everything. Master it during sleep, and you'll master it everywhere else. Master it in darkness and light becomes trivial. Master it in void, and everything else is easy. This is the path. This is the practice. This is the way of continuous consciousness, the way of relentless awareness, the way of true mastery, not over the world, over yourself, not over others, over your own mind. And that mastery, that complete ownership of your consciousness, that's the only freedom that matters, the only strength that lasts, the only power that nothing can take from you. If you've made it this far, thank you for your attention. See you in the next video. And remember, regret nothing, fear nothing, desire nothing. Just be aware, always.